this match is going to go up against 07. Don't know if that's necessarily a treat, but better to be on the winning side than on the loser bracket side trying to battle it out to get the second spot through.
Certainly. So let's see here. We've got 5d3 is green. No, backwards. So overlay B is what we're going to do. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started off with, I guess this is Peach. Peach is green, right? Yes, Peach is green. So coming in from Peach over here, we're going to see Stalingrad, Petro, 2 Des Moines, Ohio, Yamato, and a pair of Darings with a Somers. So 3 DD setup coming in from Peach. Looks like they're going to do a 3-way split, oftentimes the case with 3 DDs. Daring going center, like to see that. Pair of Somers going to A and C, as well as a Des Moines for each side, and obviously a radar cruiser. Stalingrad and a Petro splitting up. Very even push coming in from Peach with the Yamato. Looks like it's going to be heading south to A, and the Ohio turning north to the CB area.
And over on 5D3, we've got a Summers Gearing. We have a Petra Moskva, so Stalin being represented here. We've got the double Des Moines and a Hindenburg. Interesting choice, the Hindenburg.
Okay.
Fallen out of favor in general competitive circles, though it did recently get a reload buff several patches back, making some folks feel that it is very much viable again. Also, the Ohio and Conqueror, so we may see some dueling Ohios with a Conqueror chucking at range. Extreme amount of heal possible out of a Conqueror. So unless they have any real Citadel pressure or torque pressure, that thing's going to live forever.
Very, very interesting here as we're going to see the gearing of Run for Your Life. Great name, by the way. Moving in towards A, going to run into a Somers here at some point. Moskva taking that very strong position right there behind the island, hopefully attempting to block out the A as the Petro's doing it on the opposite side for Peach. Looking up north, we've got the Somers, Des Moines, Hindi, Petro, and Conqueror all taken, moving pretty far out here. Interesting to see. The Conqueror may stop, but Conqueror, a very stealthy battleship, so he's actually moving up closer than I would have expected. He might even himself take the traditionally Stalingrad point. It looks like that's what's going to happen. The Conqueror taking that, going to take that island there that is traditionally a heavy a heavy Soviet cruiser position. As Somers and Daring now, I was wrong. Oh no, 2 Darings, 1 Somers. I'm a ding dong. Never mind.
A little bit strange there, Luna Tatakai. You are. Friend over from Peach side, was in B, had a fair amount of cap pressure, but swung all the way out to try to get in a position where he could kite out if need be. Maybe he was radared by the Moskva and got a little scared, but with nobody able to take any shots at him, he's just going to park in B and grab that cap nice and early. Over at A side, Summers v. Gearing. Gearing wins that fight in a heads-up piece if they decide to see each other. However, the Petro of Rice Jar already has shots out on the Gearing. Run for your life. Is not quite running. He's more like slowly meandering for his life. Now starting actually to move to a brisk walk as he's leaving the cap to the Summers of EK Fusco.
Yep, and worth pointing out here as EK Fusco taking a couple of torpedoes wake as they go by. Radar coming in from Rock T over here is Moskva. Going to spot that Daring, but not likely going to be able to do anything. Big chunk out of the Ohio coming in from the Yamato of... Oh god, I can't. Oh, too real. That's all I'm gonna say. if your name has more than 20 characters in it, you're done. You're getting called the first thing. Shots being traded over here at A as Run for Your Life, taking a little bit of chip damage, and Stuffed Lemon the Des Moines moving up into that very strong flanking position. B coming in for, what is that, Peach? Yes, green is Peach. As C taken by the Somers of 5D3. So a lot of flanking pressure going on here. Huge resources being put in by 5D3 up here at the seat cap, coming around the corner. Look at, it's Des Moines, Petro, Hindenburg, Des Moines, and Petro open water gunboating in C. You don't see that very often, do you?
No, not really. Fuxiao, the Des Moines down on A side over with the H1 area, popped his radar as A was almost finished with the cap, but Run for Your Life was 11 kilometers out, not able to be clipped by that, secured the cap, and Run for Your Life has once again slowly meandered in the direction of safety. Goes ahead and pops a smoke for his friend Stuffed Lemon in the Des Moines, hugging that island and looking after A, potentially going to move up for EK Fusco's contest. If Stuffed Lemon's radar is ready, he can actually get some pretty serious shells into that Summers as soon as he sees that cap being contested. Over at C, we have 5D3's very heavy heavy commitment with looks like 5 ships against Peach's 4. We have seen them claim C. They still hold C. The question is, are they going to move their ships across C, or are they just going to bunker up and continue to hold it? Typically, if you got a heavy push side, you are expected to make plays and push, but they are looking to just kind of be in a safe position and hold that position.
And quite right, we will see whether that actually works out for them, as the Sommers being forced to smoke up there in the cap that they already hold. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was the smoke just dissipating, my apologies. Shots going out on Timmy, your name is Timmy. Shots going out on Timmy's daring from Peach, being forced back out of the cap. I want to see the Sommers of Pounder here coming in from 5D3. I want to see him making his way into the B cap area now that it is essentially undefended. Looks like that's what he's going to be doing, and we'll see. It looks as though, to me, it's interesting. 5D3 not apparently wanting to commit fully to a cross-sea push. That Petro very ballsy being out there in the center, open gunboating against an Ohio. As the Petro down here at A, the Petro of Rice Jar not actually taking that very strong position behind that rock to avoid crossfire coming in from the north, rather wanting to, I guess, speed juke and side tank some of that damage, as the Des Moines and maybe the Sommers too, definitely the Des Moines, now using its high HEDPM to put some hurt on the Moskva of Rock T, as the Gearing and Des Moines of Stuffed Lemon down here in the bottom, still sitting essentially safe, but not really able to get shots on anything.
Yeah, Run for Life looking to recommit to A. Immediately, the Petro pops his radar. Rice Jar has shots out on Run for Your Life as Run for Your Life starts to turn aggressively, taking some pretty serious damage into the side. We did see Stuffed Lemon take some torps from the daring of Luna Tatakai.
I don't know, man.
We did see him take one torp, but unfortunately, Stuffed Lemon was not in a position to pop his radar to actually prevent the retake of A. Run for Your Life now continuing to take shell fire as he's still in A, still denying the cap, but has finally been pushed out. Meanwhile, 5D3's Pounder in the Summers has moved all the way over to B, as about to secure that cap, leaving Charlie to be secured by a daring. That heavy push up in the north starting to actually thin out as the Hindenburg and Conqueror is starting to move more mid-map, trying to shore up both flanks as opposed to really just committing to one.
Yep, so Run for Your Life of 5D3 now starting to cap out A in the face of that Summers of EK Fusco, who apparently seems to be spotted because he's taking shots from the Moskva. So we're going to see here, unless a radar comes in, which I don't think is ready yet. Run for Your Life going to say, there goes the radar, but that's coming in from the Des Moines. I don't think that's going to reach. I think Run for Your Life is going to be just safe. As the Sommers about to step into A to block that cap, we may see a radar coming in from Stuffed Lemon or Rock T. I think Rock T may have already popped the radar. Lots and lots of radar, lots and lots of DDs, lots and lots of capping going on here. As there it goes, the Daring and the Sommers in B now having a knife fight. Pounder not going to get the better of this exchange, likely already minus about 3,500 HP just from the get-go due to the difference in HP of the ships, but now down to 1,800 as the Daring not taking any damage in return. Ooh, getting slapped for 5k by the Conqueror. Very exciting to see a Conqueror taking shots at a Daring.
Yeah, it looks like Luna's Daring was definitely running down Pounder. Pounder wanting absolutely nothing to do with that fight, popping smoke and immediately running away, ceding B to the Daring of Luna. Even though Luna took some damage from the Conqueror, was more than happy to claim the space and run the Summers off. I expect Pounder probably going to be heading back up north to Charlie to see if he can retake that cap. Big thing happening down in A here as Run for Your Life. Oh, big reset. Run for Your Life had almost capped A and was being held as Rice Jar was forced off. No radar pressure against Run for Your Life anymore. The Summers from EK Fusco dipped in and held that cap just barely. Was actually able to reverse until he lit the gearing. They got some shots into him, and now EK Fusco, having gotten some resets, able to reestablish a position to try to come in safely.
Yep, Torpedo Beats whizzing past the Ohio of Cleo Ling there, just barely scraping the paint and not actually connecting. So, indeed, Run for Your Life still actually holding A as best as possible, actually capping it out now as the Sommers of EK Fusco attempting to, now in fact blocking, diving headfirst in to try and reset that cap. Radar coming in from Rice Jar's Petropavlovsk, smacking that gearing, resetting it once again. We have one cap secured by Peach. At this point, we have two caps being contested. The tickets slowly going up for Peach, now up to 610 versus 472 of, 5D3. I forgot who we're looking at here. this is a very static match. Everybody trading pretty well for the most part. Nobody taking too many big risks. Down goes the first blood. Des Moines of Great Brandino. I didn't see where that was. That was up north. Sorry for missing that.
Yeah, that was up in Charlie. The Des Moines of the Great Randino had actually taken some pretty nasty shots, I think, from the Iowa, started to reverse around the island to at least attempt to be safe, but being chunked so hard, just really wasn't able to keep up and eventually was taken out. Summers of Pounder was contesting C for a while, as he was actually able to chuck some torps into that Ohio, chunking him down below half. Seeing some real health trades up at C, but with the advancing of Luna, as well as the existence of Timmy, Double Daring's able to shove Pounder right off the cap, reclaiming it their own and securing their points, as well as getting points off that kill from the Des Moines. Big change up at the C flank. Conqueror already moving up. Lewd Boys 5d3, Conqueror trying to shore up the loss of that Des Moines.
Big news down here at A. That's so stupid. The A-cap just barely being contested as Des Moines of Stuffed Lemon looking to go down here any second as the Des Moines of Fuxiao is just trying to finish him off. Could it be on the next volley? We will see. Done. Both Des Moines now from the side of 5d3 getting taken down as Peach. I keep wanting to say it's Ardia because there's so many Ardia players. As Peach now looking to take advantage of this two-ship advantage and only about 30,000 HP. Big hit on the Sommers of Pounder up in the north. Getting slapped there, now down to 7,700. The Sommers in the south at 8,600. DD's taking lots of damage.
Yeah, Double Daring pushing in against Pounder and actually just starting to wreck directly into him. Kawayo, Ardia's Des Moines, also pushing up, trying to be aggressive with his radar and his positioning, showing a lot of broadside to that Conqueror. If he has AP loaded, that could be pretty rough, but it is a Conqueror, so maybe he was willing to take his chances. They're definitely able to beat the crap out of that Summers. Pounder running for his life, and holding dominance over C. The Darings have both popped smoke to at least decrease the amount of return damage, and looks like they might be moving to split up as Rockty and the Moskva claiming Bravo, trying to get some influence on the map, while also 5D is now pressuring A with their two remaining ships, a broadside Ohio that looks like he may be eating more than a few torps pretty soon for lunch, and Run for Your Life's 7k health gearing, trying to dip in there and have an impact.
That's right. God bless this steel camo Des Moines from Kawayo's on Peach side here, moving aggressively up against two other cruisers. That nose in Des Moines so powerful with its AP as the Ohio of 5G3 down. Once again, 3 ships down to 0. And a fourth goes down, the Moskva of Rockty in the center, in B. Just getting a little too out of position as the return fire destroys Kawayo's Des Moines in the north. Very decisive advantage now for Peach as the gearing of Run for Your Life finally could not run any longer and paid with his life. The A-cap now completely dominated and owned by Peach. I don't know quite how 5D3 pulls this away or if they can at all.
I don't believe they can. They went for the Hail Mary play by pressuring B, and in fact took B, and also pressuring A at the same time, but they gave up way too much health, and they just didn't have the ships. So having many ships dragged down in rapid sequence, the points racked up, and looks like Peach takes the win. Peach going to be moving forward to duel with 07, which will be our next best of 3 right here on Boggzy Sconce.
Bugsconce, that's right. So, guys, give us just a minute here to get set up. We're gonna move. We're gonna move rooms. We're gonna go find Peach versus 07. We'll have that for you probably within the next 15 minutes or so. If there's enough time, we'll do a code giveaway. Let's see here.